Hello everyone, Xerious here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys the new Wither skeleton farm that I designed. I'm really excited about this farm. This is the first farm design that I came up with, and without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, I should tell you guys that I designed this farm just for fun actually. So um when I wanted to build a wither skeleton farm in my own survival world, um, I searched for many other farms, but I couldn't find the farm that I interested, and I thought it would be fun to design my own farm. So I just did some testing with various things and various ways to farm the skills, get them to a one location, and then get them to a one wide space. So after many tries, I come up with this farm. So this is not a like very efficient a professional with a skeleton farm actually, but I think it's really good. So um I hope you guys will enjoy watching this explanation of this farm. I will bring a tutorial really soon, but today we will do the explanation of the farm. First of all, I will start with explaining the farm location, where the farm is based. So if you see the top left corner of my screen, I'm using the mini hut mod to show the biome. So as you guys can see, the biome is Soul Sand Valley. So I have built this farm in a Soul Sand Valley, where the mob spawning is very limited, because in a Soul Sand Valley only the ghasts and the skeletons are spawned. So rather large area around the farm is actually Soul Sand Valley. So it's very easy to spawn proof and everything. So you don't even need to spawn proof actually, because it's very rare that the skeletons and ghasts are spawning. So if you want to improve the rates, so you can use slabs or pressure plates to put on the soil sand around the farm. Here I have removed every blocks, the top bedrock layer and the down bedrock layer, and 128 blocks all around the farm. I will show you guys. So here's how the terrain looks like. So if you want to improve the rates, you can just put pressure plates up, so you will be able to improve the rates by preventing other mobs from spawning around the farm. So let's get back to the farm. Now that I have explained to you guys the ideal location for the farm, um actually I should add something onto that, because I think if you can't find a perfect Soul Sand Valley, perfect fortress in a Soul Sand Valley where there's no any other biomes nearby, at least find a fortress where there's a big lava lake under the fortress, because it will make it easier for you to spawn proof the area to improve the rates. So here, as I now I have removed the fortress around the farm, but if I turn on the structures on mini hut mode, you guys can see these red boxes represents the fortress which was here before. So this was a big fortress, I removed it, and in fortresses there are 4 types of mobs can spawn: the blazers, wither skeletons, piglins, and magma blocks. So we are targeting for wither skeletons. So in this fortress, those four types of mobs can spawn, but wither skeletons can only spawn on nether bricks outside of the crossroads. If you build this farm outside of the crossroads, you will have to build the farm using nether bricks. But the thing is, if you use nether bricks, other types of mobs are also able to spawn on nether bricks. So that's why we are using a special location in the farm, in the fortress, sorry, yeah, called the fortress crossroads. So I will show you the big 19 by 19 uh, boxes like this. They are the fortress crossroads. So they usually looks like this. I will quickly show you guys. So they will come three blocks like this, and like all the way around. Usually the crossroads look like this. So the paths come from four sides of the crossroads. So here we are using, this is what we are using as the center of the farm. So this being the center, I think 17 blocks each side is the crossroads. So if I jump into spectator mode and show you guys here, this red outline you see, this is the crossroad, uh, crossroad bounding box. So I'm gonna die. No, that will have been really embarrassing for an explanation video. I'm not a pro, as you guys can see. Okay, so the first layer I started with building the farm is this middle layer. So this middle layer is located in the center, like in so this crossroad, crossroads are, I think, usually they are parallel. So if you see a fortress, natural fortress without these blocks removed, you will see these paths. So this middle layer is aligned with these paths. So I will do a better explanation about this when I am doing this tutorial. I will build it in a real fortress without removing blocks. So this middle platform is aligned with these natural paths. So going from that 3 blocks up, the next dirt layer, 3 blocks gaps, and this is the next dirt layer, and 3 blocks down, this is the next dirt layer. So let me quickly remove this. So in when we choose the height to build the farm, we have another problem. As I said to you guys, that if you use any other blocks in these platforms, you will get all the other mobs to spawn other than with the skeletons, like blazers, piglins, and every other mobs. So that's why we are using witherers, because only the wither skeletons are able to spawn in these witherers. So that's why we are using the crossroads, because the only other place the wither skeletons can spawn without nether bricks is the crossroads. So that's why we are using witherers here to prevent other mobs from spawning. So that's that about the platforms, the heights, and everything. So next I will be explaining to you guys the pigment cages. Yeah. So now we have explained the platforms and the farming location. We are gonna I'm going to explain to you the about the pigman cages. So the thing about pigman and wither skeletons is they don't like each other actually. Let me show you guys quickly. If I pick pigman, I want not, are they called, yeah, they call piglin. Yeah, sorry about that. They call piglins actually. So if I grab with a skeleton and a piglin, so if I put a piglin here, let's grab a big guy. Oh, they're jumping off. Yeah, one of these guys and a wither skeleton. So you guys can see they are aggravated at each other. If I extend this guy here, he will immediately jump to kill this guy. So if we do this, you can see they don't like each other. Oh, he won actually. That's not expected. I thought the skeleton will win. So, however, that's the technique we are using to get the skeletons to drop in our drop chutes here. So these piglin are located in a box, safe and sound, to prevent the skeletons from killing them. And these trapdoors are making the skeletons think that they can run past here and jump on and kill him. But when they are open, they are gonna fall down there. That's the purpose of the trapdoors here. And we have we have blocks left around the piglin to let the skeletons see him properly. If they spawn, if we are blocking this view, they won't be aggravated, and that will decrease the rates because they will wander around and finally see him and go. That's gonna decrease the rates. So, and we have to use a two wide gap here, because if we are not using a two wide gap, they might be able to like jump around here or something. Yeah, that's why we are doing that. And yeah, so this second platforms also the same, but without this glass block, because I have put this glass block here because when I was testing the farm, I saw that some skeletons just run with the so much momentum that they somehow get to jump on one of these trapdoors. So that's why I have not added this glass block. But in this platform, these big link cages, you don't need that glass block. So it's necessary to use this two rows of trapdoors, because otherwise, as I have said before, if a guy runs like this, if there was only these row of trapdoors, they are able to stand in here. They are 3 blocks tall, so if this trapdoor is not there, they will be able to sit on top of it and might be able to kill this guy. So that's why we are using 2 trapdoors. And all the other piglin cages, the other piglin cage is also the same. So that's it. And next I will explain you guys my masterpiece. I think the down below part where we are getting these skeletons into 3 wide chute, and finally we are getting them to 1 wide chute for us to kill them properly and easily. So I have decided to start explaining the what should I call this, the mob engine. Yeah, the mob engine. This is my video, so I get to name them. this is my the explain the mob engine from the bottom, so you will get a better understanding why this powder snow is here. So when the skeletons jump toward the piglin and drop, they are going to drop like this and into either these hay bales or the these hay bales, which are going to be pushing these skeletons you see towards this middle place. So the thing is, why this powder snow is here is that if this if a skeleton from this platform jumps, and if this powder snow was not here, he almost falls down like maybe 30 or 20 blocks. So if a guy manages to jump in the middle and not hitting the hay bales, jump straight down, they might get full damage from the soul sand. So that's why uh, we are using this powder snow to break their fall damage, because the for the max fall damage a mob can take without getting killed is 18. So that's why this powder snow is placed, because from this powder snow to the bottom soul sand, it's actually like 15 blocks, so they are not gonna die in the mob engine. So that's the explanation for the powder snow. So now I will give you a proper explanation for the mob engine. It might be cringy to refer to it as that, but it's my video. So here we are using these pistons from each side to push the mobs towards this one wide gap. So let me quickly turn on the farm so you will get a better understanding of how it's working. How I hope it works. So when we turn on the farm here, it gives update to this redstone torch tower. So that's how we, and this torch tower, it's really loud. Let me quickly turn off the blocks. I think maybe master volume 2. Yeah, so let me quickly clear my inventory. So when the mobs from the top fall down to these chutes where they were before, these hay bales and these pistons are able to push them towards this middle gap with the hay bales, so they are able to fall down to this soul sand. So the interesting thing about soul sands is they are half blocks, actually not half blocks per se, but like they are not called solid blocks, so sometimes the mobs are able to glitch through them. So when they fall down to the soul sand and the piston pushes the soul sand, the mobs actually fall down here, and when they fall down and glitch through to here, the soul sand will push them towards the middle. So that's how we are getting and we managed to synchronize these soul sands to uh, perfectly get into the middle, like at the same time, so the mobs won't get pushed around by side to side in these chutes. So that's how we have managed to get the mobs to this one wide chute, and after they get to this one wide chute, they are gonna ultimately fall down here. So if I'm gonna explain you better how these things is powered is, so when we update the torch tower from down below, this piston extends, and this observer is going to be interacting with this observer to give a continuous pulse, and we use this repeater to slow down the pulse so that it the hair bales are not gonna get messy. And the reason I'm using like this kind of thing, this kind of redstone and repeaters combined system to control the pistons is that uh, then it's really synchronized, so you can see that they are perfectly pushing the mobs at the same time, all the pistons, so it's not messy and it won't let the mobs glitch through. So these repeaters are programmed to um, do that thing at a perfect timing, with the perfect timing, to not let the mobs glitch through. And down here, when we update the torch tower from below, this piston extends and updates another observer so that it will be constantly powering these rails, which are then the which are then seen by these observers, which pushes this soul sand. So we are using like this to let the mobs fall down and glitch through them, and they get quite a bit of damage here too, so that it makes it easier for us to kill them down there. I think that's almost everything to explain around here. So I really recommend using hay bales here, because if mobs will because the hay bales have an interesting component that they reduces the fall damage of the mobs. So if they fall down from a rather big height, they won't get a lot of damage. That's why we are using hay bales here. Otherwise it would have been easier if we can use pistons. The wiring would not have been so much complicated, but that's why we are using hay bales. So, and remember to use these buttons, because when the farm is not working, these spaces are not mob proof, and we can't put anything on top of the hay bales because it's moving constantly. So that's why we are using button here, because if I quickly turn off the farms, I will show you. If I quickly turn off the farm, you will see that here if this button was not here, so if this button was not here, if I turn on the light level, you see that if it shows a light level when we use the mini hard, it means that mobs are able to spawn there. So let me grab that button. It shows that if mobs are able to spawn there, so that's why I'm using buttons all over these troubleshoots to prevent mobs from spawning here. And down below also I'm using these carpets, because when the farm is not operating, this is a 2 block high gap, and here it's 3 blocks, some mobs will be able to spawn. That's why I using carpets on top of this ice. So that's it for the explanation for the mob engine. So next I will be explaining to you guys the bottom part, the killing chamber. Now to explain the killing chamber, first of all I will start the farm for quite a bit and show you guys how they're gonna drop, and that will give you a better understanding and so how this works. So the mobs are falling here from the drop shoots to this cobweb, and they're gonna slide down slowly, so we get enough time to kill them here. So that's how we are killing them, because the cobweb here prevents them from falling slow so fast, and also it doesn't give them any fall damage. So, and also the cobweb lets the XP orbs through. How did he come? I'll get to that later. There must be maybe a block there without a withers, or something is not spawn proofed. I'll fix that fast. So when we manage to kill them through this cobweb, the XP orbs are able to come through to us very easily through this powder snow and the cobweb and the gap here. So if we are using a mending sword, we can FK here infinitely until the storage runs out, of course. And now I will explain you guys from a back view how this is working. So you see the skeletons fall down here, slow down this from cobweb, and the items also are landing on top of the cobweb. So I will explain to you guys the item collection system also here. So if we jump into creative real quick, you see now oh, I haven't opened on the storage system, that's why there are a lot of item, and I will take this time to show you what we are getting here. As you see, there are like a lot of bones, coal, and with the skeleton skulls as well. So now to expand the powder snow, as we are using a cobweb here, if we miss to kill any skeletons, if they slide down there, they're gonna stay there, you clogging up the mob cap. So that's why we are using the powder snow, because as the cobweb is slowing them down to fall, the powder snow is going to make them freeze, and that gives them damage. So if we didn't kill them, they are gonna get killed by the powder snow. So if we turn on the storage system real quick, when we turn on the storage system, it's this here. It's gonna give power through here, which gives power to this storage, and it turns off this locking mechanism for this hopper clock. And this hopper clock is made by Etho. Actually, it's like my favorite Minecraft YouTuber. And when the hopper clock is not powered, when you turn on the farm, it's not directly powered, it's gonna change to this redstone block, which alternates these pistons which are pushing the items through. So when the redstone block is over there, this piston gets powered, and the items which land here are pushed by this slime block. So and when the redstone block is or jumps here to this side, as you see, it powers this piston, sticky piston, which pushes the items which are landed there, as you see. So I placed this soul fire to prevent it from plugging the storage system as I was testing the farm. And I should also explain the furnaces here, because we use furnaces here because we are using slime blocks, and furnaces have a special feature that they are not sticky towards these slime blocks. So if we place other blocks which are sticky which gets stuck and stick to the slime blocks, those blocks are also going to be pushed up and down and sideways with these slime blocks. That's why we are using furnaces here. They don't serve any other purpose than just being there here. And we can also use leaves, but I thought it's better because it's the nether, there's a lot of fire, and leaves might get on fire. So to explain the soul fire here, that's I explained before. So if we replace it, the items will perfectly go there and go through the item collection system, and if any item is not collected, they are going to end up in this soul fire. So I will quickly do that. So I'm going to remove this and place a ice block, packed ice. We have some packed ice here, so items are able to easily slide through with the push of this slime block. And yeah, that's it. So to explain the collection system, I will show you how things are working. So now you are only seeing bones and coal. Only bones and coal are falling down from the killing chamber because I'm not killing them. If they are getting entity cramped, they are not gonna be dropping skulls, I think. That's why we are only getting bone and coal. But if I quickly jump here and start killing them, I will show you guys. Some skulls might be landing on the cobweb here. How much time it's gonna take? How lucky I am. Let's see. Where are these skeletons coming from? I'm gonna look into that real quick after I get the first. There you see, there's a skull. So let us jump real quick down to the collection system to see how it's gonna get pushed down. And another purpose that cobwebs and the powder snow serves is that it helps the items to get stacked up. And as we are using double speed hoppers here, double hopper speed item collection system, sorry about my English, by the way, system, it doesn't matter how much item, how stacked items are getting, they are gonna get perfectly grabbed by these hoppers. So the reason I forgot to explain the chest here, when the items get pushed by the slime block, this chest is helping us to align the items perfectly with these hoppers and the packed ice. So so the items are able to slide using the slippery nose, I think, of the packed ice, and it also aligns them perfectly for the hoppers to grab them. So next I will explain about the collection system. So here I remember this because I built this, but we are using these first row of hoppers to collect coal. So if you see, they are getting filled up. I think as this is double speed hopper, it's gonna fill up this hopper. Did you see that there's like 6 to 7 things coming up? And this double speed hopper, I don't remember who invented this method, but I saw it in ENXO4's red farm video. So there are 40 items here and 4 blocks, subscribe blocks. What are those? So the thing about these blocks is you can put any block here other than a block which you want to sort, but I recommend grabbing some blocks and naming them to anything other than a block you're gonna collect, like any name other than a block in Minecraft. so you won't get any issues. So the first left corner you want to put 40 or like any amount of the blocks you want to filter, and the right you can put the name renamed items. So that's how the collection system is working. And in this is the first hopper part. In this hopper you gonna need to put uh, 5 stacks of the item you want to fill. So I recommend when you want to make the filter for the wither skeleton skulls, I recommend first put a chest here to collect the wither skulls you need without putting the soul fire, and or maybe use a regular hopper collection, regular item sorter, I think. So I will quickly show you how to build it. So first you're gonna need a, this is not enough here, I will build. First you're gonna need a hopper, you're gonna need a redstone torch, repeater, comparator, some redstone, and hoppers, and a chest. You can use barrels or anything. So first you're gonna need a hopper facing like that. It can face anything, it doesn't matter. And here we're gonna check the power level of the hopper with the comparator, and we extend the signal from it for 2 blocks, and we place a redstone dust here to to get the power out of this block to this repeater. And this repeater is gonna power a block with the redstone dust, and this dust is gonna power this block, which will power a hopper, which is gonna block the items from getting pulled out. So if I show you real quick, if we want to filter chests, we can put chests there, and items you are not gonna filter, 4 items of which you are not gonna filter here. And as this as the hoppers have the system to that, they're gonna first pull out the items in the left corner of the hopper. So if we give the hopper some more items, the power of this comparator is gonna be rather large, so that it will end up powering in this block, which is gonna power this repeater, which is gonna power this redstone torch, and it will turn when this repeater powers this block, this torch is gonna turn off, and this hopper is gonna unlock. So then it will start grabbing from this here. So if you can't find, if you don't have enough wither skeleton skulls to fill it in like a double speed hopper like this, I recommend using a regular item sorter like this first in the side to get enough wither skeleton skulls, and after putting it here, so you can get the item to work. So the interesting thing about these double speed hoppers is that it's able to grab many items per time without losing them, so it's convenient to use that. So that's it. And I think that's it for the collection system and the killing chamber. So that's it for the farm to explain actually. So I will be really appreciating you guys help, because this is the first video on YouTube for me, and this is the first farm design I come up with, and I really appreciate if you guys can subscribe, leave a comment, and leave a like, so it will help me to improve my channel, and I hope to bring many more content to you guys soon. I'm just starting, I'm really new to YouTube and video editing actually. So if there's any mistakes, so And if there's anything else I missed to explain to you guys, please let me know in the comment. I will explain them better in the tutorial video, which I'm gonna be bringing up soon after this video is released. So thank you for watching. Xerious out.